Hello ladies! Last year in spring I wanted to clean out my closet, and while doing that I had the spontaneous idea to make a couple videos, and never had I expected that people would enjoy this content as much as they did. And now I'm kind of stuck and can't get rid of these clothes that I personally find outdated because I need them to create more content. But here are 5 clothing items that I will have lying around in my frumpy, outdated corner of my closet and won't be wearing anytime soon, and would have actually already donated because I don't think they will be back in style for a long time. But please know, if you like any of these and still want to wear whatever I think is outdated, you totally can. I do not care what you wear, and if it still makes you feel good, you do you. I'm not here to make any rules. These are only my opinions, and after all, fashion should just be fun. Number 1 on my list, cold shoulder tops. Those with cutouts at the shoulders. They were hugely popular in the 2010s, but they have become very outdated. Cold shoulder tops were literally everywhere for a few years. And when a style becomes too common, it often starts to feel stale. And fashion has shifted toward cleaner, more minimalist or structured silhouettes. There are actually similar designs in fashion right now, such as the off-the-shoulder or one-shoulder, or an asymmetrical design. So if you love a cutout, maybe these are fresher, more modern looking versions for you. And we also have right now a lot of cutouts in unexpected places, like the waist or neckline. That I find much more current looking, so yeah, I personally will avoid the cold shoulder top from 2010. How about you? And let's talk about trumpet sleeves. Those were a thing from like 2015 to 2018, but not so much anymore in 2025. We are just leaning heavily into clean lines, neutral tones, and structured silhouettes. Trumpet sleeves are feeling out of sync with the current minimalist aesthetics, in my opinion. And honestly, they're also kind of impractical. They can get in the way when eating, writing, using your hands. They also don't layer well under coats and blazers. It's such a hassle having these trumpet sleeves. They're just a little bit much in my opinion. So yeah, personally I find them looking outdated and aging. But I know many of you have expressed for this dress that they find it very classy. Again, that's totally fine by me, but I find that we have moved on to more minimalist or more modern silhouettes. And this dress also doesn't fit me well anymore because I lost some weight. But I could imagine making this a sleeveless pencil dress. So I need a tailor to basically cut off those trumpet sleeves and also to tailor it a little bit because I really like the color. Yeah, so instead of trumpet sleeves, what feels more modern to me are puff sleeves or puffy shoulders. These have still an impact, but they feel fresher and more modern, and they feel more current to me. Capris. I do have to mention these again. I feel like I talk in every video about them, but you have just no idea how many capris I own. They were truly a major clothing item of mine. I have to say, I used to live 11 years in Florida, and the hot weather probably made me buy a bunch of these, and everyone around you is wearing them. Yeah, so maybe that played a major role why I dressed in my late 30s and early 40s, probably older than I should have. Yeah, but the problem with capris is they are not just outdated. I mean, even if they would come back in style I personally would skip them because the problem is how unflattering they really are. Capris cut off the leg at an awkward spot, typically mid-calf, which is not the narrowest part of the leg, making legs look wider. Result, your legs can appear shorter and stumpier, especially if you're not very tall to begin with. So no matter if they ever come back in style, they won't have a place in my closet. Well, except in my little frumpy corner that I need. So yeah, instead I rather wear today shorts that make my legs look so much longer, or I also love a good linen pant. Also, I won't be wearing anymore an empire waist top or dresses. Empire waist tops, those with a high waistline right under the bust, flowing out loosely, are in my opinion a bit outdated, and they do feel frumpy to me. For an hourglass shape, which is my body type, they are not really flattering, but I do understand that some body types might profit from this cut. If you want to conceal a pooch, try it out. Maybe this cut is for you. For me personally, it does hide my natural shape too much. Empire waists tend to create a boxy tent-like silhouette, which can feel less polished or shapely, and honestly it reminds me a bit on maternity clothes. So to me it feels more current to define the waist with a belt and have a clean, tailored cut. Instead, I would rather go for a high waist that sits a little higher than your natural waist, but not right under your bust. And let's talk about batwings. Batwing sleeves add a lot of fabric and volume around the arms. Who wants that? And I feel boxy, shapeless. I mean, who wants to look like you have old lady batwings? Yeah, this kind of top feels very outdated to me, and it really screams Frumpy. Again, we have moved to cleaner lines, structured tailoring and balanced proportions. And last on my list are Peep Toe Booties. Peep Toe Booties, boots with a small opening at the toe, were also trendy in the 2010s, but today they are pretty outdated. And let's be honest, Peep Toe Booties are neither summer nor winter shoes, which makes them totally impractical. Too hot and heavy in summer, too open and cold in fall and winter. How about you? Will you do a spring closet cleaning now, or do you love some of the items I spoke about, or just keep them for the next time they come around? Cause let's keep it real, if you are around as long as I am, you also know everything comes back. What's out today might be in tomorrow. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy content like this. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.